as content creators, what we are really doing, right, is asking people to spend one of their resources in life on us. Every time that we share a video or hope that someone looks at our video, you don't even talk about taking action. One of the biggest things is we are asking them to take their time in life to watch our video. And that time is something they cannot get back. Not like money, right? If spend money, watch the video, don't like, maybe can refund. Time cannot refund one. Okay? So bearing in mind that. Then, okay, now Michael, so what kind of video content do you watch very much of?
I think the amount of the type of video that I watch most would be those that are myth busting. I can't remember the exact term you mentioned.
Yeah, myth busting. Yeah, fact correction.
Yeah.
Okay, and why do you like it?
I mean, you go into the nitty-gritty of why this is wrong, and then especially, and also because I do like to watch a lot of those conspiracy theory stuff.
Okay.
So just how what they showed about the math guy, yeah, I saw that video.
Right. So actually, you don't mind it being very technical. It might even be dry for a lot of people. But if it like actually challenges what we call common sense, common knowledge, and it brings facts on the table, it makes you do a double take on common knowledge, you like it, this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but it's too tiring to do.
Now, again, I'm going to ask you the same question. So if you've somehow found, let's say there was a super editing machine that can help you to do all that work. So you don't do a lot of work. Okay? The too tiring, never mind. I give you energy drink. You can work 24 hours, no problem. Okay? So if you put all that hard work notion aside, right, do you foresee yourself enjoying doing something similar? Now, again, it doesn't need to be in the realm of maths or realm of things that you don't understand or not very good at. It could be realm of things that you actually quite enjoy. It may not even be, I think you quite enjoy the area of finances, financials, and things like that, right? And you also like the whole idea of gameplay, the cash flow game and all like that. I mean, there are very many games out there. You just always mention the cash flow game, right? Now, so I'm not giving you an idea of what you should do because you still have to figure it out yourself. But say if you were to be able to address certain facts that people thought to be true about finances, about even the cash flow game and things like that, and you are able to like debunk them or add your own twist to it, and make sure that people get the correct knowledge. Is it something that maybe you might enjoy doing?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, but it's just the hard work, right?
I mean the video that I work and those that I debunk like on a regular basis is the level of technical difficulty is very much different.
Yeah, but if it was not technically difficult, you could see yourself doing it. Yeah. You see, and that's very different from Yinqing, isn't it? Right? Okay, and then Matilda. Word, and I don't mean to be biblical, there's always this demon that you need to resist, fight against, and kind of conquer every time that you make an episode or come up with a new series or do anything on video. That's for sure. For some people, it's camera shy. For some people, it's like, I don't think I'm interesting. For some people, it's like, oh, but I don't know how to do it as good as this other content creator, or I lack this expertise, that other expertise. I think it's very difficult. I think it would take me a lot of time. Yada yada yada. Everybody has their own concerns. And they are very real concerns. I'm not saying they are not real. They are very real concerns, but there are also concerns that I want you to start to realize that they are meant to be challenges unique to you that you actually can overcome. Because on the other side of overcoming that challenge, once you've overcome that challenge, you are an amazing, great human being with a lot to give to people. I don't know whether you all realize that, but have a think on it, okay? Now, the second concern that's always in the way for people is they are thinking, when I put out the content better be good. A content better be perfect. Actually, that sentence, if you break it down to the bare bones, what people really are saying is that when I put out that content, I make sure that content really makes me look good. It is always about that, do I look good in my video, right? If you really look at it. Now, my question to you then is, right, whether you look good or not, is it as important as whether the viewer who spend their finite time in a day watching your video, are they getting value? Your look good, is it more important than the value than they are getting? I will assure you not. What you have to offer them. You see, if all those video content creators that you love watching, all those videos, be it your dance videos lah, your yoga videos lah, your valuetainment videos lah, your TEDx videos, if all of them had been like, but then this video not perfect, like, better don't put out. Like, would you have watched these videos? You couldn't have had a chance to watch those videos. And you really look at it, all those videos that you love, right? Were they actually perfect? Not really lah. I mean, they had their flaws lah, obviously, here, there. Maybe you can do better if you really think about it. But you didn't think from what's wrong with this video when you watch those videos. You always thought from, interestingly, what can I learn today? Then you go and look at that video. I want you, all of you, to get let me say that one more time. Content creation. It is a continuous process of giving and contribution. You see, that sentence does not say anything about you looking good. It's not a constant process of you looking good and looking better. It's not. It's a constant process of you giving and contributing. It really is. And that's what content creation is all about. Now, I also know that, of course, there are people for you. Some people
Can I jump in? I'm actually there when he shoots his videos, okay? And so Michael, just so you know, when you watch Joe's video, he doesn't memorize the whole thing from beginning to the end. It looks like it. It looks like it, right? And Michael, if your question is how do you memorize the whole thing, like if you stop for 3-4 minutes, how do you memorize the whole thing? Here's the thing, he doesn't. So he does. Many people think that blah 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 blah. Then after he put a few images, so he only memorized one sentence. He said that one sentence, then he stopped. Then he looked at his screen. Then he memorized one more sentence. But you realize that blah 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 blah, finish, cut. Then he looked at another sentence. Then he, let me show you a story of this person who blah 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 blah. Then he do one sentence by one sentence. Michael, does this actually answer your question?
I just want to show you how May's videos actually look like. There is a before and after. She doesn't come on the screen. I know when she say it, y'all don't believe her. But when she's actually recording, it's nothing like what's on screen one.
Sex addiction.
It's not sex addiction. It's like all the way out there stuff. It's not addiction. A lot of these they are not addicted.
Okay, very good. You need to go in 3, 2.
Sex. Lots of people ask me, what can you actually tell from an astrological chart? And I sometimes tell people, well, if I had your birth data, I might have a pretty good idea of what you're into. Okay, so and today these 5 examples I'm going to show you, they've taken. So yeah, so Kate Bush with a very interesting taste. And last but not least, number 1, and this is a very unexpected choice. Number 1 is Mr. James Joyce. Okay, so the famous novelist. And James Joyce has a fetish for something that is very unexpected, and this is it. He's into farts. Okay, so I'm very sure that some of you want to go and check out your own charts now. Go use my free chart generator. You'll find the description in the video. And knowing you sick people, you're probably not just checking up yourself. You might actually go and check up your potential romantic partners or even your partners. So whatever, you do you, okay? So that's not my problem, okay? So that at any point, if anybody needs some kind of medical help, go get medical help, okay? So bye. Sex. Lots of people ask me, what can you actually tell from an astrological chart? And I sometimes tell people, well, if I had your birth data, I might have a pretty good idea of what you're into. And last but not least, number 1, and this is a very unexpected choice. Number 1 is Mr. James Joyce. Okay, so the famous novelist. And James Joyce has a fetish for something that is very unexpected, and this is it. He's into farts. So I'm very sure that some of you want to go and check out your own charts now. Go use my free chart generator. You'll find the description in the video. And knowing you're probably not just checking up yourself, you might actually go and check up your potential romantic partners or even your partners. So whatever you do, you okay, so bye.
When you create content, right, you need to have two words. You need to have fun. If you're not having fun, if you're freaking stressed about it, your audience can see. Then they don't want to watch also. Like, yo, what's this stressed person doing on video? Like, yeah, no passion one, no. Cannot feel the filler one, no. You get what I mean? So you need to have fun. And if you're not having fun, you need to find your own fun. Because look, it is an act of you contributing. Even you don't need to have 3 layers, but you need to at least have a foreground and a background. You see a lot of those content creators on YouTube that regularly a lot of people watch. They start to really care about that. They have that central focus, which is them, which in the foreground, very well lit, and then they have a very interesting background that a lot of times are either are kind of out of focus. It's out of focus, but you can see colors happening. Right? Sometimes there's one color, sometimes there's 2 colors, sometimes it's well lit, but then there's like a plant here, there's a few different books of different colors there, that kind of thing. That will visually elevate. Your videos, and also it is a form of communication. And having many videos, not a video, but having videos out there where you are connecting with the world. You may not feel like it, you're like, I'm just talking to a camera, but when people receive your content, they feel like there is no distance between you and them. They feel like they are talking to you. More and more so now today, people have this experience. Especially this COVID thing and whatsoever in place, and lockdowns and people being socially distanced, videos have become the way that people get to feel and experience each other. So if you're still doing tags, you are losing out. You know what I mean? People, it's not that. It's like people don't even get the chance to know about Michael, this person. They don't even know Michael exists. You get what I mean? And doing videos will definitely help that journey along, if that makes sense. For a lot of content creators, what video should I do next is actually a big problem. Nobody has... Well, very little people have like the next 100,000 videos planned out. It's almost impossible. And if you did have that in today, I would say it's very dangerous, because by the time you produce that 1,000 video, the trends have moved on already. What you have planned ahead so far into, maybe it's not what people want to watch already. You get what I mean? Right? So you gotta see what works for you. You may not think of one video at a time. You might need to plan like maybe 5 or 10 at a time. That's fine. But don't think of, I have to plan for 100 videos ahead. You will not get it done, I tell you. You will not. Okay?
It's the same for me too.
How small the words on your script are, right? If I look closely, I will see your eyes move left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. The only people who don't do that is very professionally trained people like your newscasters. Newscasters are obviously reading script. They cannot don't read script. They have to follow the script. PM Lee also another one, cannot don't follow script. Must read the script, cannot go off on their own tangent. But they have made it such that, right, firstly, from what I know, the teleprompter they use is super big one, and it's been calibrated such that on camera you cannot see the eyes move at all one. The one is called professional script reader, but most of content creators are not and should not be. Okay, so I would say just be familiar with the content and just deliver it. Because you see, So I'm gonna interrupt you there. So there's this thing about target audience. Firstly, you must get more than 90% of the world is not your target audience. Because if it was your target audience, then you better be like a Nike or Adidas. Actually, I don't even think Nike or Adidas got 90% market share. Don't have. Maybe 50% or less. You get what I mean? If 90% of the world like your content, problem, I tell you. Okay? Because you cannot serve all 90% of them. So the thing is, a lot of people will not be your target audience. They will not enjoy your video. They may not think very much of it. Or they might just totally get the wrong idea here. Like me, I definitely not your target audience. Not like Coke. Okay, even Coke also 50% less only. Right? Yeah. So now, point being, then you want to think from, right? You want to think from when you're saying things or creating content, you want to think from like, hey, screw this 90%. But to the 10% who really matter, how do I say it? What is it that they really want to hear from me? How do they want me? How would they like me to say it? And you cater to this 10%. Right? Yeah. So I would say to really infuse, I think your thing is really about creativity that brings people to I keep saying it brings people to special places, but I think you know what I mean, right? You know, creativity that is just out of this world and not often seen, and it's like almost like a Alice in Wonderland kind of experience for people. And I think one of the things is that you probably want to start using that video content to start to educate people about what interior design could be. I'm not saying that you're better than other people. I'm also not saying that you are more likable or that your designs are more out of this world than other people. Again, art is a very perspective thing, correct or not? You see? But once you start bringing that in, you start educating the target audience, you start teaching them how to think about interior design, right? And how they should feel about it, then they understand what you're doing. Imagine you go up to people and say, I'm an interior designer, and then they just have this idea of what ideas are all about, which really doesn't, I don't think you are the normal kind of ID. I have seen IDs that are just all about grabbing the contract, grabbing the money, send some shit contractors in, and hopefully they get the shit done. I don't think you're about that. I think you're about a whole different kind of expression altogether, where creativity really matters and in a very specific way. Not many people understand, and that's why you need to use your content to teach them to understand this concept. It makes no sense at all. Nobody overcame stage fright for the sake of overcoming stage fright. Pavarotti did not overcome stage fright or deal with stage fright because it was stage fright that he had to deal with. Pavarotti knew he had an important thing to do, which is get on the bloody stage and sing, like singing God that he is. Okay, and the stage fright, it was there, didn't matter to him, at least not then lah. Until after that he was like, oh shit, I was shaking all throughout, sure, whatsoever, right? But at least you were there and you delivered what you were supposed to deliver for people, right? So great for you. I think the thing.
So I hope this was useful. I mean, don't feel like you have to make videos. There isn't a rule that you have to, but it's more like if that video is a means to an end, you must have a reason. So for Hingman, don't feel like you have to go and sit there and think of a video to make, because the aim is not to make a video. The aim is something else, and video is just a way to educate people about that specific thing that you want to get out there.